Hey everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the ZD Racing Raptor MT16 brushless truck. We're going to check it out, so stay tuned. Alright, so first of all I want to say thanks to GearBest for supplying this truck for me to check out. I'm pretty psyched about this little guy, and the reason is it's tiny. For a brushless radio control full function truck that supposedly goes 40 miles an hour or 55 kilometers an hour approximately, it's pretty small, and I'm hoping it's a good little runner for the backyard. Obviously it's got all the trappings of a high-end toy or low-end hobby grade truck. It's got the canopy that comes off, and it's got the suspension built in with springs, so independent. All four wheels are suspended. The wheels are kind of rubbery and squishy, which will give you plenty of grip. It is a four-wheel drive vehicle, so that means that it's got power to all four wheels, and it does take a 1500 milliamp hour what is this, a 2S 7.4 volt 15C battery with a Dean's connector, and that's nice because Dean's connectors are pretty common and you can use them. You could replace this battery with one that was non-specific to this toy as long as it was the same number of volts. So 7.4 volt with the Dean's connector. That'll fit, of course, too. That's the other trick. You got to get the same size. But there's lots of batteries out there, and it's nice to not have to buy a proprietary battery. It comes with a pretty detailed remote control. So this thing has dials for your steering trim. It also has dial for the amount of steering, so if you want less turn in the wheels or more turn in the wheels, you can adjust that. It's got a throttle trim, and then it's got a forward and reverse, which means that usually, at least in the US, you pull the trigger for it to go forward, you push up for it to go in reverse. So if you want to reverse that for some reason, you can do it. You can also reverse the steering, so that instead of this being right, this is left. So it's really up to how you want to race, but I do it in the pretty traditional standard way. It has a slot right here for 4 batteries, AA batteries in the bottom, and nice because there's no screw you have to take out. It's a pet peeve of mine. If you watch this channel, I love when you just pop it out like this and it pops right back in and it stays in place. And honestly, it feels really well built. I mean, this thing is very solid. It's got mostly plastic. I will say it's not. I've reviewed a few race cars and racing trucks that have a lot more metal on them, and they're a lot heavier. This isn't super heavy, and I like it because, again, it's small, it's not real heavy, and it feels like it would be pretty safe and easy to drive around in your backyard. I've turned it on, I've plugged in the battery, turned it on, and tested everything to make sure it was good before I started shooting, so that was good. I have not actually driven it though, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But I will say one thing as I was turning it on. I did notice that the Dean's connector is a little challenging to push together, and that might just be, I've noticed that with several Dean's connectors, so you really got to kind of get 2 hands on it when you push this. Of course, make sure the points are lined up correctly, and then slide it on there. Once you find the sweet spot, it goes on easy enough, but it takes 2 hands and a bit of strength, and even pulling the battery back off took a little bit of strength. This right here is an antenna, so you're going to want to make sure that this is not cut or bound up or anything like that. It's free to receive the transmission from the transmitter, and then it comes with these little cotter pins, which are pretty standard for this sort of truck. These hold the canopy on. They also hold the little tie-down arm for the battery, which is right here. This tie-down arm takes 2 cotter pins, one on this side and one on this side. You put the battery in there, and then you put the pins in, and it keeps the battery from flopping around or moving. So all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and put the battery on and run this around a bit and see how it does. So stay tuned. You can get the ramp.
just went down and tried to jump over me. I do not believe this is going to turn out well, but... that was terrifying.
So this ZD Racing MT16 is amazing. It's brushless, it's small, it tends to land on its wheels every time for some reason, even when it flips over. It's great at jumping, it's great at jumping off of things. It's probably its only downside is it's a little overpowered. It's so fast and so quick that it's just very easy to lose control of. But if you like fast and quick, this is definitely the ticket for you. I think it's around $100 and it's available on a link in the description. If you want to check out the full specs and see where you can order it, you can do so. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite little guys because it is so small, and we had a blast playing with it here in the backyard. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want more videos about RC, trucks, cars, boats, and of course drones, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.